Hi dear students, welcome you all on the behalf of Rahul Anand tutorial. So as you know that I am Rahul Anand and this is somewhat around my channel whose name is actually the Rahul Anand tutorial. So now let's begin with a very interesting topic which are often being asked in terms of your Neet, often the Aims, often the All India Pre-Medical Examination. Now, so these are literally belonging from which of the chapters of your book? These are belonging from the photosynthesis in higher plants. So now let's study as well as understand what are actually the photosynthesis. So photosynthesis is the complex anaerobic process by which the green plants prepare their food. So these will be coming under what? So these will be coming under the photosynthesis. Okay, so what is photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is the complex anaerobic process of the preparation of what? Of the preparation of the food by our green plants. So you know about the green plants. So primarily, what is our green as well as the leaves generally appear to have the green appearances in terms of its color. Why is it so? This is due to because it is having the what? The pigments such as the chlorophyllous pigments. So you are often having the chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, chlorophyll C as well as the D, often the xanthophyll. So these are literally playing an important role in terms for what? In terms to carry out as well as give the leaves of the plants quite a bit green color appearances. Fine. So you know often that these play an important role to carry what? To carry the response of the photosynthesis. I mean, in terms of these cases, the solar energy will be converted into the chemical energy, literally. So these are often known as the cores of the photosynthesis. And these, mean our leaves are having what things? So these are having the stomata, which particularly are of the bean shaped. Role is what? This particularly open in terms to carry out the photosynthesis. Often some course of what? Often some course of the respiration mechanism it is as well as closed in the adverse condition or either when the requirement is basically being fulfilled. Fine. So now let's understand about the mechanism with reference to these. Mean in these what are actually the products which are basically being formed and what are actually the reactant. So in this case our reaction will be proceed in what? So it will be proceed of course in the presence of the sunlight as well as in the presence of the photon energy. Fine. Now, so in the case of the reactant side, we will be having what things? We will be having the water molecules as well as the carbon dioxide. Find here. So CO2 plus H2O. Then after that, in the presence of the sunlight, what will be formed? So we will be having the C6H12O6 plus what? Plus the H2O. Then what? Then the O2. So you know about the C6H12O6. What are actually these? So these are the glucose. After that, you will be having the water molecules. Then what? Then the oxygen, which are quite a bit diatomic in nature, playing important role, as well as often known as the life-saving gases in terms of our case. We will be having the two parts in terms of our product side. So in case of the C6H12O, it will be what? So it will be the main product. Then the H2O plus what? Then the diatomic in nature means our oxygen. So these will be actually the byproduct. Find here. Let's understand about the distribution of the photosystem in terms of what? In terms of our thylakoids. So what are actually the thylakoids? So in our matrix or either the stroma, we will be having the manipulated sac-like structure. So these are known as what? So these are known as the thylakoids. So what? In our stroma as well as the matrix, we will be having what? We will be having the many flattened sac-like structure. So sac you know. So these will be known as what? So these will be known as the thylakoids. Find here. Now, so when we are talking about the photosystem, these are often known as what? So these are often known as the pigment system. So now let's understand about these, mean the photosystem as well as what? As well as the pigment system. Fine. So in the photon as well as the light, we will be having the harvesting unit, which will be known as what? So in the photon energy as well as in the light energy, we will be having the harvesting unit. It is known as what? So these are known as the pigment system or either the photosystem. Fine. Or you can say that there are many of the smaller groups which are literally being formed, playing important role as well as known as what? So these are known as the photosystem. So you could often find here on the board here. So the pigment form the smaller groups. So these are often having the another name. Means what? Our photosystem. So the pigment form the smaller groups which are often known as what? So the pigments which forms the smaller groups, these are often known as the photosystem as well as the pigment system. Find here on the board here. So now let's proceed with what are actually these, means the light reaction. Find here the light reaction. So primarily when we are talking about these, you have to understand about what are actually the places where these occur. So it will be occurring in where so your light reaction will literally occur in the thylakoid, which is actually the part of what? Which is actually the part of our chloroplast. Fine. Now, so when we are talking about the thylakoids, you are able to understand what are actually these. So in our matrix or either the stroma, we will be having the flattened membranous sac-like structure. So these are known as what? So these are known as the thylakoids. Find here the stroma as well as what? The stroma as well as the thylakoid position in terms of your chloroplast here on the board. The stroma as well as the matrix. So these will be present here. Means what? Your thylakoid in terms of your chloroplast region. Now let's understand about what are actually the chloroplasts. So what are chloroplasts? So these are the double membranous cell organelles which are literally being found where? Which are literally being found in terms of your eukaryotic cell. So what are actually the eukaryotic cell? The question arises. So eukaryotic cell are what? So these will be having the what? The well developed cell organelles. Open what? Open the other parts such as the nucleus. So you know about the prokaryotic cell. Open the eukaryotic cell. The one which will be having the well developed cell organelles. Then the nucleus, it will be coming under the eukaryotic cell. The one in which we will be having the lack of the nucleus. Open what? Open the cell organelles. It will be coming under what? So it will be coming under the prokaryotic cell. So what is actually the chloroplast? The chloroplast is the double membranous cell organelles. Literally found where? Literally found in terms of your eukaryotic cell. Find here. Now, so when we are talking about these, you will be having the different demonstration as well as the different parts in it, such as you are having the stroma as well as the matrix. So your stroma and matrix are literally responsible for what? So there you will be having what? The flattened membranous sac-like structure, which are known as what? Which are known as the thylakoid. So you understand why it known as the stroma as well as the matrix. So it is literally you will be having the what? The thylakoid. Often these are having the certain parts such as the ribosome, then the stomata. Stromas, so you already know. So these are literally known as what? So these are known as the here with the matrix only. Often you will be having the outer membrane as well as the inner membrane. Fine. So inner membrane playing important role for what? To coordinate within the internal organs. Often what? To protect the internal organs such as you are having the stroma as well as the matrix rays. Then the thylakoid, then what? Then the stomata. So playing important role to protect these organelles as well as the outer wall. Membrane means what? These are actually the wall-like structure playing important role to accommodate with the physiological as well as the chemiological stresses from the outside spaces. So you understand? So literally found here the structure of the chloroplast here. So when we are talking about these in the chloroplast, the thing you have to understand that what? So these are having the viscous, proteinous, fluid-like structure, playing an important role to coordinate with the different chemiological as well as the chemical reaction, often the stresses. So you understand? So what are actually these in the chloroplast? So these are having the viscous, proteinous, fluid-like structure, playing an important role in what? Playing an important role to accommodate with the different types of the chemical reaction, often what? Often the chemical stresses. So this will be actually what? Means what? The different types of the organs or either the parts in terms of your chloroplast. So it will be the deoxyribose nucleic acid. Then what? Then the ribose nucleic acid. Open the 70S ribosome. So what are actually the DNA? The question arises. So DNA is the deoxyribose nucleic acid. Having what things? The two types of the polynucleotide chain. Often having the nitrogenous base. Such as what? Such as the adenine, guanine, cytosine as well as the thymine. Literally, when we are talking about the case of the RNA, this will be having the single strand ribbon-like structure known as what? The nucleotide. As well as what? As well as the cytosine will be replaced with reference to the uracil position. After that, it will be coming under what? The RNA, in the single strand as well as having the uracil in terms of what? In terms of the nitrogenous base. As well as you will be having the 70S ribosomes. So you know about the ribosomes. We have literally understood in terms of our cell tutorial as well as the lectures. So what are actually the ribosomes in terms we are having the DS ribosomes as well as the TS ribosomes. So you could view as well as you will understand what are actually these. Literally mean the ribosomes. So these are somewhat the case which are coming under from your photosynthesis in higher plants, in which we have understood about what? The photosynthesis. Then what? Then these mean what are actually the light reaction. Often what are actually the thylakoids. Some demonstration with our brains here, chloroplast. Often we are having the different types of the experiment, literally given what? Whom? Literally given by the Julius Bond 6. In terms of these only, means what? The photosynthesis in higher plant. But we will be understanding about that in our next lecture. So, very thank you. So if you like the work with reference to the education of in the lectures as well as the video, so you could often like, subscribe as well as share with reference to what? With reference to the Rahul Anand tutorial. So very thank you.